Hey, what's up, guys? This screencast-o-matic has been acting up. If you notice in some of my videos, it would lag up a little bit. It's clear on my screen, but it tends to slow down on some of my videos. So if you experience any a little bit of lag, it's this program. I've just been too lazy to download another program and record a screen recorder. Okay, I'll get to it eventually, but I just want to ask a few questions, and some of the questions is about fossils and dinosaurs, and do dinosaurs really exist? Because when you go to a museum, none of the dinosaurs that are on display are actually um, real dinosaur bones. They're replicas. And like if you look right here at this T-Rex, you wouldn't know if this was actually plaster or a real replica. They say some are real, some are replicas, but you know, I mean, why would they even put a real one on display for some kid or a drunk guy to come and knock it over, right? So a lot of these dinosaur bones aren't actually real. Okay, so where are the real dinosaur bones? Okay, so now this looks like a shrimp perhaps, and it was fossilized. But and this is EDU, so it's a college of some sort. But what's interesting is if you look at these fossilizations of animals, you'll notice that the animals always fossilize in a perfect order. They're not fossilized in a contorted way where maybe it would be a little bit indistinguishable. They're always fossilized perfectly so you can see every little detail. And that's very questionable. So if we look over here, this is theguardian.com, and again, I mean, is any of this stuff real? It's hard to prove, hard to even say. Like right here, this you can see in high detail, but yeah, really, really questionable. So, let me move past that. All right, here's the Natural History Museum, and I'm going to do a video on extinction because no animals go extinct, and I'm going to talk about that. The dodo bird, it's a complete hoax. Here, there's something that looks like a dodo bird, but this is a dinosaur, and let's go to our collection. Let's see what they have. All right, so if you guys can see it on my screen here, you got a whole bunch of weird animals and weird dinosaurs, and I mean, yeah, you don't know what you're looking at. You don't know if this is real or if it's fake. Here down on this is the Natural History Museum in Los Angeles, and you can see here people are walking around and they're taking a look, and of course there's no way this can be real. And if they were, why would they put it on display? So here's them digging them up. How'd they find it? They just somehow was just this. Oh, let's take a look here. Now, see here, it shows you how they're making them, right? And this guy right here, this is plaster, and he's sawing it down out in the backyard somewhere, it looks like. And this guy's here is drawing them up. So again, it's easy to fake this stuff because if they ever caught, all they can say is they were making replicas. So you see, it gets really blurry when you're trying to distinguish the real from the fake. It's the same as when they talk about composite galaxies. It doesn't exist. Okay, I mean this is a joke. This doesn't even look real. All right. So anyway, I don't know. Let me continue on with this. And here, see this. They could be bringing it out somewhere and dropping. Who knows? Let me just move past that. All right. So I'm gonna show you this video of a rock, and this rock is about to be broken up. But I want you to pay attention to it. Let's watch. Now you'll notice. Do you see that right there? Actually, let's continue to watch a little bit more. Boom, right there. See that split right there? See these jagged edges right here? That's what happens when rock breaks up. Kind of like your tooth. When your tooth chips in your mouth, it gets jagged. Okay, so that you know, sharp ends. So that's what it looks like when rock actually starts to break up. Okay, so let's move to the next video, and this is what it looks like when a cookie crumbles. Right, so she's gonna crumble a cookie in her hand. Right, so some of it came out really small pieces, others came out big, chunky, and
that is how
jagged pieces, right? So, all right, so let me move past that. All right, so now we're going to go to the mountains, right? So if we look at these mountains here, these mountains have that same jagged edges for the most part. Do you see that? This is not a gradual process. A gradual process would be, it would be a very smooth terrain if you're talking about hundreds of millions of years. Right, this is something that happened suddenly, and the dust and the debris that fell created this land. Okay, so when we're talking about the age of the Earth, see, this is a jagged edge right there. This is a jagged edge. So when they're talking about the age of the Earth, I estimate it to be somewhere anywhere from 6 to 4,000 years old. Really, really young. Here we go, jagged edges. He's looking up, wondering how can this be formed over millions of years. What happened is, see these edges right here. It was a one continent, and there was, I guess, massive earthquakes. I really don't know, but whatever, it looks like massive earthquakes happened, and it broke these pieces up. And the lava or under it, whatever's under it is pushing the water up, and that's how we're getting our oceans. Our oceans are not coming from another planet or came from an ice comet. It's coming from beneath Earth. See here, you can see the jagged edges and the split. This looks like broken rock. So this is the result of a massive earthquake, right? All right, so let's move to the next one. All right, this is something called balanced rock. So here we can see all kind of weird rocks. See, this right here is, if it was over millions of years, this would have fell off already. So this is the result, and you can see the different layers, right? So this is the result of something happening really, really quick. Okay, like if you look right here, right? So this is the result of something happening really, really fast. Okay, so like if you break rocks and then they fall, and a few of the rocks are gonna fall in weird positions. Okay, like over here, you see, this is in, like a rock would fall right there in a weird position and stay that way. Okay, so the Earth was created really, really quick. Like if you look here, this is not man-made. This is two rocks that fell, and it fell by accident. Now look at these layers here, and not only are they layers, they curve. Okay, this is something hot, and something happened that happened really, really fast, and it didn't happen that long ago. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these weird. See, I mean, come on, this is not millions and billions of years, because this would have fell already. This is the result of something happening fast and not happening that long ago. Okay. Like for here, for instance, this is, whatever happened was a massive catastrophic event. It was a massive catastrophic event. It happened fast, and it didn't happen that long ago. And you'll notice people always joking around with it. And you go down. I mean, they got some really, really bizarre, weird kind of unique rock formations, you know. So again, this is again right here, weird rock formation, right? This is, like I said, if you was to take rock and crumble it and throw it in the air and it landed, it would land just like this. Okay, it would land in, with some rocks, some of the rocks would land in weird ways. Okay, so like this right here. Yeah, this is not 100 million years. This is the breaking up. Again, like I said, the Earth is decaying, and it's being split. Like if you see these people standing here, but you could see these rocks, you could tell it was hot at some point because they curve a little bit. But you see, and then the sand fell in between, so you could see these rocks were once connected. So it was a giant, massive earthquake, and ever since it's been splitting up. Okay. So we go like, and if we take a close detail of these rocks are jagged, and you can see that there's lines. So there was an earthquake that happened. Okay, that's the best way I can explain it. And like we look at icebergs, right? We can look at an iceberg and we see that the iceberg had chipped off and moved and broke off from other pieces of ice, okay, and made weird type of shapes, okay. So this is the result of something happening really, really, really fast, okay, not a gradual, slow process, okay. So, and we look at a map here. If we look real close, we can see that it's breaking up. It's being pulled, okay, but it's cracking, okay, and so it's chipping or shattering, I guess you would say. All right, and so I mean, you just look at a map, you can see that. You can see the shattering, and I mean, Canada's taking a hell of a blow. Like if you look right here, you can see it. I mean, Canada may not be around in 1,000 years from now. I mean, look at that. And they talk, I mean, how did all the life end up on here unless this happened soon? And all these little islands have people living on them. This is, and I'm talking about people living on these islands that have very primitive, they have no technology at all. Very, maybe I shouldn't use the word primitive, but living very simple. And, you know, this is because the land mass is moving and it's moving fast. You know, it's moving fast. Now, I remember as a little kid going in these caves and wondering, how did this happen? They say that water was dripping and it carved these different type formations inside the cave. That's nonsense, okay? Like, I mean, you look at this. They say the water was dripping like an icicle. No, it was hot lava that was dripping and melted this. All of this happened very, very fast. And people say, well, where's your proof? Can you prove it? I mean, all of this comes with a certain logic, okay? I mean, this can be easily demonstrated. I mean, it's hard to do it in front of you while I'm on a computer, but I mean, obviously this has to happen really, really fast. So yeah, you know, let's take a look here. Like these icicles here, you know, this is not something that took really long. So, you know, I mean, when you piece it all together, you can see it. You can't see it with just one little piece, but thanks to the internet now, we can kind of take a look around the entire world in a matter of seconds and see different aspects. You know, some of these photos are real, some are fake, but, you know, this is definitely something that happened fast. And, you know, me personally, I think the Earth isn't going to be around very long. And if you're looking at a volcano, volcanoes are a result that happen really fast because, you know, the lava will come out of the ground, it'll spurt out of the ground, and you know, doing that a couple of times, it'll form a mountain. So over maybe 1,000 years, 2,000 years, these mountains will form. Okay, this is not millions. Okay, and they always draw it out to say 13 million and billion. I mean, the universe is 13 million years old. The number 13 again. You know, so yeah, I'm just asking questions. I mean, there's something you guys should be doing too. Look at this right here. Layers. You can see layers. This is crumbled, shattered rock. Some of it may have been hot at some point, but yeah, you know, this is the Earth is very, very young. So I just want to put this video out there and let you guys come to your own conclusions. But this is my conclusion. This is definitely from some molten hot lava stuff that flowed through there and no longer flows through there, and it wasn't that long. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So you guys come to your own conclusions. Tell me what you think. But, you know, these mountains here, yeah, the Earth is definitely, definitely really, really young. And yeah, like this. I mean, yeah, it's, I personally don't think the Earth is going to be around much longer, but that's just my opinion. So anyway, I hope you guys have a go. Oh, take a look at this right here. Perfect. See, all three of these were once together. Anyway, yeah, you guys come to your own conclusions. I'm out of here. Peace, blessings, Hotep. Have a good one.